Okay, as you can see, the file contains quite a bit of color channels. We're obviously not going to require the use of them all, but we'll go through each one here. The action generates 4 different white underbases, and they're all quite different from one another. The first 3 are the ones that you would use on most jobs, especially those on a black shirt if you choose not to use a black ink. The 4th is a much more extensive underbase with a lot more ink. Now this one you would definitely want to use on any darks which are non-black, like let's say reds, royal blues, forest greens, so on and so forth. Basically on dark shirts where running black ink is an absolute must. We also generate a yellow, 2 different blue channels, a dark blue 285 and an aqua 311. We have a flesh channel, and we have an orange channel, which is kind of a special channel, which we'll get to in the next color separation. And we have 2 reds, a red 185 and a soft red 185. Most pieces of artwork will respond better to using the soft red 185, as it treats shadow detail and a lot of other factors much differently, and you'll get more satisfying results on press. We have a purple 246 channel, which basically captures a lot of purple and magentas within the piece of art. A green 354 channel. Now there's not too much green in this artwork, so you're not going to see that much green here. A gray 427, a brown 421, a highlight white, and 3 blacks. Now black is probably the most important color in your separation, and that's why we chose to generate 3 different blacks, and they are very different from one another. The light black actually does not pick up a lot of shadow detail, works best for, let's say, some files. Black option 2 is more than likely the black you're going to use most often, and black option 3, which picks up more shadow detail than the light black or black option 2. As a matter of fact, Quicksteps is so extensive as far as wanting to get the blacks right and the white bases absolutely right that we include an action within the actions palette we'll get to later that generates yet a 4th black and yet a 5th white underbase. Okay, once the separation is complete, we're going to have to decide what channels are going to be used to image screens with. Now there's a few ways of doing that. We can scroll through the channels, turning on and off different colors individually and picking and choosing, or we can employ the actions to automatically merge the channels one at a time or simultaneously. For now, let's see if we can pick and choose a good separation. Turn on shirt background, one of the underbases, and we'll choose yellow, the 2 blues. Since this has a lot of brownish information in it, let's put on the flesh, orange, soft red. Let's go with the purple, gray, brown, highlight white. As you can see, we're choosing a lot of channels here. Now, more often than not, you're probably not going to be in the mood for running a 8, 9, or 10 color job all the time, if ever. So we're going to have to get this separation down to a more manageable level. Those of you with experience using Quicksteps or simulated process color in general may decide to reduce the amount of colors within the separation yourself and not use the actions, while others with less experience or who are just looking for something quick and easy may decide to let Quicksteps do it for them. Here we could do it either individually, 1 color at a time, or simultaneously. Let's start using the individual method by merging the orange 151, then the purple, gray, brown, and green. Before I merge the aqua 311, let's discuss one point, and that is if your image relies upon green heavily, and you merge that Aqua 311, you're going to lose a lot of that green information. And that's due to the fact that merging that Aqua brings it all into the blue 285 and yellow 102. And this darker blue is not as friendly mixing with yellow to make greens as opposed to a lighter, more pastel green like 311. So keep that in mind. Also, if your image is very, very green intensive, let's say it's a leprechaun or something like that, you might want to keep the green 354 channel itself. And that's just not the case with green, but with any color that is dominant within the image. A color like that, you should try to use the ink itself to image it and not rely on mixing other colors on press. But for now, let's merge the Aqua 311, and as you can see, it gives you a warning that you'll lose your green if the artwork is green intensive. We'll click continue, and now we'll just delete the flesh. We really don't try to merge that flesh. Let's turn on the shirt background, a white base, yellow, blue, red, and highlight white. And we have an image that will print very well on a 6-color press with one flash.